Hello, wrestling fans, and you're watching On the Mat, the only source for independent wrestling. And allow me to introduce your host for this evening, Ritchard T. Trevor Blanchard, Joey Eastman, and special guest, Cameron Cage. Tonight we'll feature matches from Adrenaline Rush Wrestling, the Fight for the Cure benefit in Sterling, Illinois, and a classic match from ECW.
Well, I've been a couple of weeks. I was more concerned about our guest host in studio, Joey Eastman. Good to see you, brother.
Thank you.
Oh, Trevor, you're here too. Gotta love it. Cameron Cage, welcome aboard, brother.
How are you doing? How are you
doing? Hey, man, I heard you're ready to really throw down here.
Bang, bang, guys, watch out. Woo! Big night coming tonight, big night.
Yeah, we got some great wrestling action on here on deck tonight and On the Mat fans. I had the occasion just this past weekend to go out to Adrenaline Rush Wrestling in Griffith, Indiana. Got a very cool matchups coming up first from Chase Richards and Chad Collier. More on that later. Trevor, from what I understand, you're just with the rest of the wrestling community, as we all are. You're mourning the passing of Bob Luce.
Yeah, for those of you that didn't see, this was from February 14th, Valentine's Day. Picture of Bob Luce in the obituary from the Sun-Times. He was 78. He was predominantly known for wrestling in the late 60s, early 70s, throughout the 70s and part of the 80s. He was a frontman for Vern Gagne's AWA promotion that ran at the International Amphitheater along with Dick the Bruiser and Wilbur Snyder. They all culminated there. And he was actually the first guy, the first promotion was AWA to actually start having music for the guys, and it was kind of weird because he used the Star Wars, one song from the Star Wars soundtrack to introduce all the guys. So each one didn't have an individual like it is today. He used the same one for everybody.
One guy would come out to Jabba the Hutt's music, and the other guy would come out.
No, it was the same one. The same one.
That's pretty good. Billy Rack were here; he'd be all excited.
That's like a lot of wrestling promotions today, where every guy comes out to Lincoln Park. So every generic indie match, Lincoln Park, baby. Yeah.
Hey, yo, that's pretty hip.
For shizzle my nizzle.
Wow. But yeah, Bob Luce had a great.
I'm sorry if you do.
Great career, and the International Amphitheater. I know I grew up going to some shows at the International Amphitheater, seeing old Dick the Bruiser, handsome Jimmy Valiant, and what shows they were. I was raised on this guy's wrestling, as most people around here were. Not to mention, I went to a show once at the Hammond Civic Center, and who was selling tickets at the ticket window? Bob Luce himself. What a buzz, man. You know what I mean? Yeah. You go in there, and here he is. You see him on TV, Ben's Auto Sales, Hold of the Week, and there he is selling tickets at the Hammond Civic Center. So pretty cool stuff, and we're all going to miss him. I guess they buried him in Milwaukee.
I don't know why. I know he lived up in Glenview. I worked up in the area, and him and his wife Sharon came in to where I was working one day. I was like, Bob Luce, what are you doing here? So, but it was, kind of weird that they buried him up in Milwaukee. I found out the day before when we had a snowstorm on the 13th that he had actually passed, and that they were having the funeral up there on the 13th up in Milwaukee, or else I would have, and if it wasn't snowing, I probably would have made the trek up there. But
yeah, you mentioned in the pre-production we were talking about the Hold of the Week, how Bob Luce and Paul Christie used to have. Sometimes they'd have different wrestlers out there. Calypso Jim, who now wrestles as Bobo Brazil Jr.
Actually, David McLean was a part of the Calypso Jim era.
He's so alive.
Do you remember that?
David McLean, who later went on to Glow Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling and WOW, I believe, as well. Both of the big women's leagues he was behind. And he was some relation to Dick the Bruiser, if I'm not mistaken.
Illegitimate son?
Illegitimate son, twice removed, married to his sister, I don't know. But, that's Bob Luce in this area, rich in wrestling history. And here tonight on the Mat, we just want to, pay homage to him. Back to this weekend, I also got a flyer about Fire Pro Wrestling. This is going to air probably after this show runs, but Fire Pro Wrestling, we're bringing out Lex Luger this coming weekend to...
Sorry you guys missed it.
But then let's go to their website or their MySpace at fireprowrestling.com. Check out on them, because from what I can tell, it's a lot of the same people I saw at the ARW show are going to be at this one, not to mention Lex Luger. And it's also at a church, which is kind of interesting. From what I understand,
Praise the Lord.
One of the wrestlers, Botch, is actually a minister.
Yeah, he is. And what's going to happen is Botch is the minister of a church, and they're actually bringing in Lex Luger as a born-again Christian, too, so he's going to be speaking at the church. Luger's had this big troubled past, things like that, and, now he's clean and, back on the right track, and hey, good for the guy, you know?
Yeah, I'd hate to be the guy there to ask him all those hardcore questions,
Exactly.
like, what happened that night with Elizabeth and stuff like that. That could be pretty rough. I think he'd probably kill me if I asked him that.
I'd want to ask him if he really had a steel plate in his forearm.
I bet he probably does.
I think he did.
I think he did, too.
I want to ask him what his wrestling boots are made of.
Probably
I'm just going to ask him
titanium. He is Lex Luger. That is one big bad dude.
But you know what? I think we're getting warm. Maybe we should go to this match. Chase Richards versus somebody that's been on the show many times, Chad Collier.
Chad Collier, yes, he's been around the block a time or two, and they were very proud to bring him into Adrenaline Rush Wrestling this past weekend. Chano and the boys, Kimberly Cash was there, too.
She's hot.
Yeah.
She's pretty hot.
Our guest host, she was hanging and banging.
I know.
And that's all. I'll leave that one alone.
I know, yeah.
But here we go. Right now, Chase Richards taking on Chad Collier from Griffith, Indiana, St. Mary's Hildebrandt Hall. Daddy?
Just a big, tall guy here, a big, lanky brother, old school build, you know. Captain Chad Collier, ground base. You know, Chad used to do TNA all the time. He was in like a Bushwhackers type thing.
No way.
Truth Commission or whatever they did then.
Really?
Yeah, Captain Chad did a lot down there.
Captain Chad. I've never heard him called that.
I'm probably the only person that does call him that because he reminds me a lot of Mike Rotunda for some reason.
Oh, Mike Rotunda, who I've seen lately. He's a WWE agent now.
Yes,
I've seen him backstage a lot lately.
Yeah, put on about 5.
For you younger guys, that's IRS.
Yes.
IRS, right? Remember the Varsity Club with Kevin Sullivan? Great stuff. Chad Collier with a headlock on Chase Richards. Now, this Chase Richards, this guy is one big, tall kid.
He is. He's got the old school build, too. He probably works out with, the old Iron Sheik stick gimmicks there. You know?
Yeah.
So,
what are those called?
The Persian gloves.
The Persian gloves, those are great. How about them shoes? What do they call those tips on his shoes? Tips on his shoes?
Get him a gimmick.
Yeah.
You gotta talk about him a gimmick like a dad. My shoe that loaded. Captain Freddie Blassie, the Ayatollah Blassie over here.
What is it talking about? He don't know what
Oh,
he's
my
talking
goodness.
about.
We've got
the Poncho, the Blanchard.
We've got the Iron Sheik joining us here on the mat tonight. Talking about a historical occasion.
That's right. Chad Collier here, so smooth in the ring, too. Yeah, he's been, like I said, he's been all over. He used to do Ring of Honor for a long time. Now,
Trained by Dean Malenko.
Yes.
Learned from one of the best.
Now,
He wrestled in Heartland Association with Les Thatcher out there in Cincinnati.
Chad Collier did.
Yes.
Yeah. That's when he became big down there.
Actually, on Channel 18.
Hey, he's put his wedgie. Did you see that?
Ouch.
On Channel 18
I said.
on Comcast that I get out in Oswego on Saturday nights at 10 o'clock. Heartland has a show, an hour show.
Really?
Yeah.
And where do you get this in? Oswego, Illinois?
Oswego, yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool, Chad. Thanks for the scoop. Here we go. Chad Collier in solid control.
Who's that referee?
I'm not sure, but I must say this: the referee was a pretty good little ref. He moved around a lot.
Really?
Oh no, that's a different guy. But nonetheless, this guy was good too. So pretty nice show all the way around, top to bottom. Had some fun there. St. Mary's in Griffith. It's a church hall, and it's in Griffith, Indiana. Those of you watching in Hammond tonight, check on the websites and try and find out more. What is their website? Do you know, Kimberly?
Adrenaline Rush Wrestling. ARWsports.com.
Hit me, baby, one more time. That's it.
Think about those kids, though. Come on.
Come on, baby.
Speaking of which, we know Kimberly Cash is not going to go out this weekend and shave her head like Britney Spears just did.
That is definitely not going to happen.
Gotta get her some pub there.
Yeah, that's right. I do Britney Spears.
Yeah, Britney Spears doing good for herself.
No, the whole thing, who cares?
It doesn't matter.
I did it years ago. What's the big deal? Everybody, she's, as long as she's taking care of her
Four
kids.
lonely guys in the middle of Elmhurst, Illinois, talking about it.
And with no album to promote, she's being famous for being famous very well. She picked up her parachute and left off.
I love girls that are on drugs.
The haircut got Trevor over, so she figured to do the same for her.
There you go. All right, so that means
Aren't you going to be howling soon or something?
Britney Spears has got the satellite, and she's taking on the mat for hairstyles from Trevor Blanchard.
They're out here, just working over that ankle, working over that knee. Referee right there for the count. Chase Richards getting the shoulder up.
Woo, what a kick.
Use those big, strong legs. Now, Chase Richards has the best punches in the business. If you get a chance, watch him. They are just incredible. I don't know why, he takes their head off every time.
Yeah, he is one big, tall, lanky guy, and I'll tell you, he's the champion there, but his title was not on the line this night. It was a non-title matchup. And I know what happened because I was there filming the thing, but...
What happened?
I can't tell you.
Come on,
I would never spoil the surprise.
You're telling me you're not going to put the title up against Chad Collier when he comes into town? You're going to back down? He needs a man up and put that belt on the line.
I gotta wonder what's happening here because is Chad Collier going to want to come back? I don't know. But
He might have lost his sack is what happened. He should have put that belt on the line.
We're telling it like it is here.
Had a chance to beat Chad Collier for the title, defend your title against him, and not do it? Man, guys should be wearing pink.
Cameron Cage joining us here tonight as our on-air guest on the mat. Here we go. Roman Knuckles test the strength. Wait a minute. Collier twist that arm around. Oh, man.
That's why Chad Collier is so good, but there you go. Here breaks it. Does Chase Richards, takes him right over.
Wrestling.
Yeah, it is, and he's really putting it in there. He really grabbed him across the back of that, front of that neck, and just took him down to the mat. That's what we like to see here on the mat. For all these people that you go out there, you ever get run into these guys that try to, oh, wrestling's fake, is it real? And then you know what you do? Take them to a wrestling school, let them get in the ring, get chopped, run some drills, and then they might change their tune. That's usually what happens.
I don't know anybody that would ever do that, though.
People that go to fantasy camp sometimes are like that.
No.
And they learn a hard lesson.
As I've said before on the show, everybody thinks they can be a singer, and American Idol.
I can't.
Two of the hardest things to be is a singer and a pro wrestler.
Pro wrestler would be number one.
You know, when people ask me if wrestling's fake, I normally say only matches with Hulk Hogan.
Ouch.
You know, those are the only real ones. All the other ones are fake.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for clearing that up for me.
Yeah, they believe me.
Yeah. Here we go. Big drop
Look
kick.
at that. Captain Chad to the floor.
Big Chase Richards elevating, knocks Collier right out of there. Trying to follow the action here is the Dirty Dick Cam. Yes, I was in attendance that night. Got to meet Shano. Yeah, well, you know, I mean, Billy Wack, he may have been the first, but, you know, now I've got my own little camera.
It sounds like you're making gay porn when you call it the Dirty Dick Cam.
Well, you know, it was never gay, but we've shot a session or two.
Oh, tremendous.
There you go. Well, I wouldn't actually say I was tremendous, but I wasn't, not bad at least.
Okay.
How's that? You know?
All right.
We can go there.
Lift your leg up for me.
All right. Now, wait a minute. Chad Collier's on the outside now. He's cagily getting back in. Very pensive.
Chad calls people onion heads. I don't know if you heard him say that. Everyone in the crowd is an onion head to Captain Chad. I don't know why. I don't know where that came from.
Is he a Southerner?
I don't know what it is, but he walks out and he'll look at, like, you know, the dumbest looking person in the crowd and goes, "Shut up, onion head," and I think it's phenomenal.
That is pretty good. I've never heard that one
Onion
before.
head.
I'm liable to steal that from my repertoire.
Big reverse knife edge chop, but there's a big right hand there.
The aforementioned punching by Mr. Richards. Unbelievable. Oh, look at that!
There we go. See, I told you, he almost broke his hand on that one.
This is good. Giving chase. All puns intended. Ooh, what a chop by Collier! And he answers him with one back. Look at this. Fighting on the floor. Uh-oh, he blocks it. Almost went face first to the... Ooh, there he did, though. Ouch. Throws him back in.
With all that momentum. Threw him back in there.
Yeah, caught his foot up on the rope. And look at that. The big giant Chase Richards. Lanky fella gets back in there. I'm telling you.
Couple knees to the head.
If Chase Richards put on, say, 20 pounds of muscle mass...
He's going to New York.
Yeah, he could be there. He'd be the man. He's got the look, and, you know, I think he just needs to bulk up a little bit. His wrestling's very sound, and he puts the punches the way they're supposed to be. Whap! He hits people. That's what we like to see.
I'll go out on a limb here, and I will say that in 2007, Chase Richards would not only be working in IWA, you're also going to see the guy in Ring of Honor. I'll say it right
great
now.
stuff. Wow.
I'll say it, and I'm never wrong on that. Look at all the people I said are going places. Keith Walker, Robert Anthony, Priest. I mean, all these guys I said that were going to do something, everything I said they would do. You'll see this guy on a bigger stage this year. I promise you that. He will be working for Ring of Honor.
Where is Eric Priest right now?
Eric Priest actually is still wrestling. Mainly wrestles for AAW. Taking some time off, you know, just doing what he wants to do. He's pretty much accomplished it all. Youngest AWA champion. Trained so many great talents throughout the business now. Yeah, he's just taking some time off. So wrestling where he wants to, when he wants to.
Well, rock on Eric Priest.
I love that man.
Always good to work with Eric Priest. True professional, great on the mic, and boy, does he know how to fight in a wrestling ring.
Yes, he does. Check out ericpriest.com for the new Eric Priest T-shirt. I'll plug his stuff.
Is he still an underwear model?
No, he's not. He's
You
the
get a
gold
percentage of
standard.
that?
He's the gold standard.
He's the gold standard of professional wrestling.
Somebody's going to steal that gimmick, I hate to tell you.
Epitome of
There's going to be
masculinity.
another underwear model. You watch.
Oh.
Mark my words.
Nobody will pull it off like Eric Priest, though. All pun intended.
I have. Joey Eastman. Oh, my goodness. Chad Collier's just emptied the ring of Chase Richards right here tonight on the mat. Adrenaline Rush Wrestling. Yeah, baby.
I'm all fired up.
Here we go. Chase Richards trying to crawl his way back into the ring at St. Mary's Hildebrandt Hall in Griffith, Indiana.
Say that 3 times fast.
There you go. Also in attendance this night, GQ, Jermel Quinn, an old acquaintance from Windy City there.
Yes.
Cameron, you remember GQ. Got to see him, and he was on the phone, believe it or not, with Nick Brunswick, the wrestling bowler.
Wow.
How about that?
All the old Windy City guys there.
That's right. It's weird. Yeah, you go to a wrestling show, all the people you meet. The same night I went to J.J. Kelly's to see some rock and roll, and who'd I run into? The Hellhounds, Danny and Roman, 2 other guys from Windy City that used to train there. How about it? It pays to network, guys.
Hey, Cameron, have you ever been in the ring with Chad or Chase?
No, neither one of these guys. I don't think they're probably man enough to step up to Cameron Cage. I don't think.
I was in your league.
Cameron Cage telling it like it is here tonight on OTM.
I will wrestle anybody, anytime, anywhere.
This guy will even
Without a
wrestle
doubt.
Jason Dukes.
Wow.
I'll wrestle a bra on him.
Yeah,
Jason Duke's got nice titties.
he does. Can we see
Okay.
that?
Maybe not, but I just did. I just did.
That's
right.
That's right.
It's been said.
Here he comes, Chase Richards making his way up to the top turnbuckle.
His head is
The
at
big
40.
man is going to fly, and there he goes.
Crossbody 1, 2.
Only a 2. Collier gets out. Unbelievable. This is really heating up here tonight, fans.
Got my adrenaline pumping.
That's it, like they do down in
Like an
Indiana.
adrenaline rush right now.
Isn't that some kind of a drink? I was going to say, these guys need to get a sponsorship. Kimberly, you go work on that, hon. Look at this. Look at the hang time. Look at the hang time of this suplex. He's got him up there. All the blood has rushed to Chad Collier's head by this point. Boom! Down he goes. Look at that. Now, that's what we're talking about right here tonight.
I was admiring. There's actually a prophylactic that's like adrenaline rush now. I was
really?
gonna get it, but I like to go to sleep afterwards.
There you go. Nothing like it. A little nip and a tuck. 3 nips of this, and you're tucked away for tonight. Big swing, misses. Uh-oh.
High knee.
It's like Bruce
to the jaw.
Beefcake.
That's one high knee, too, when you're talking about old Chase Richards. Chase Richards, he is the champion down at Adrenaline Rush Wrestling. This is a non-title bout. Fans right here tonight on OTM. Fresh, hot wrestling action just filmed this past weekend.
He really let up on him there. He should have stayed up on him.
I was so happy with that I had to take a snapshot. You know, it was just a special moment. And he comes right back in, does Chase Richards.
He gets all excited for chops. They're close. Stop it. Oh,
Yeah!
Reverse by
Gotta
Collier,
love
up and over, and it hits the corner. Goes Collier, and it looks like Chase did something to his knee.
Yeah.
Kick to the knee.
Collier smart, capitalizing.
Texas Cloverleaf coming out probably. There we go. Captain Chad Collier. I didn't even see the match.
He's got it cinched on. That's a Texas Cloverleaf?
He's there. He turns him
Once he
over.
gets over.
Once he turns it over, he's going to have him. If he turns him
Chase
over.
is extremely close to the ropes, and with Chase being 9 foot 4 inches tall, it's all in his advantage here. He just has to grab the rope.
You got a point. Can he do it, though? Can he do it with those big, long, giraffe-like arms? He's a big kid, I'm telling you. He's another Hoosier. I run into this kid at the mall.
Having long arms.
Yeah.
They stuck out of their fur.
Here he goes. Wait a minute. Can he do it, though? Is he close enough? He looks like he's close enough. He's just got to reach out.
He's always close enough.
There he goes.
With room to spare.
Yeah,
He
right.
could have reached out in the middle of the ring. You're probably right.
He was in the front row already.
He actually wiped something off of someone's mouth in the front row there.
Chad Collier breaks the hold, gets back up, hits him with a boot for his troubles, kicks him again, says, come on, get back up
See
here.
how Chad Collier's staying on him? That's what Chase didn't do before, and that's why he's on the mat now.
Good point, Cameron Cage.
Taped this match.
Oh, really?
That's why he's on the mat.
No, because it was a great wrestling match. That's why it's on the
Looks
mat.
over for a sunset. Collier had the rope.
Ooh!
Goes for a punch and misses.
Yeah, he hit the mat that time. I think he messed up his wrist. Hey, big kick. Quick one there.
Going for another suplex. I wonder if his knee can hold.
Oh, man. Yeah, almost, but Collier jumps around him. Look at this.
Reverse. He's got the ref.
Got the ref. Wait a minute.
He hit him in the Twinkie. He hit him in the Twig and Berries.
Ouch, he did. He sure enough did. You called it, Joey Eastman. And there he is. Texas Cloverleaf.
He's still close enough to the ropes, though.
Cinched it on. When he tapped, he tapped. Chase Richards tapped. The champion tapped. There you have it. Right here this night in Griffith, the champion tapped out to Chad Collier. I was there. Kimberly Cash was in attendance. Wow, that was heavy-duty stuff. Moving right along.
Moving right along.
Cameron Cage, you are in-studio guest. Welcome aboard once again, boss.
Thank you guys for having me here.
How's things been going? Where you been working lately? What's going on?
All over the
Who's
place.
in trouble?
Everyone's in trouble tonight, guys. Everyone's in trouble. We got a lot of big stuff going on right now with Cameron Cage. Got the UWA started. Big promotion I'm fully behind.
Based out of where?
All over the place. We are expanding across Illinois right now. We have 2 feds in Illinois that are going to support us. We're going to run like an NWA gimmick and tack on a bunch of other feds, do matches all over the place. We have a match March 25th in LaSalle with WWA, and we also have a match with IHW down in Granite City April 29th.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's me and Havoc are tag teaming back up again.
No way! You and Havoc, the former tag team champions of Windy City Pro? Yeah, you guys are great.
We're getting back together, baby. Can't keep us down, man. I'm really looking forward to that. St. Louis, I'll be back down there real soon at the end of, probably right around the end of March, too. So.
Now, where do you work down in St. Louis?
For Gateway, I'm the heavyweight champion in Gateway Championship Wrestling.
No way!
3-time, baby, 3 times.
Is Big Ben still running down there?
Big Ben is still there. He's still there running that thing. He's full-time schedule, runs about 3-5 times a month.
How about that madman, Pete Madden?
He lives in Milwaukee now. He's retired. He had way too many surgeries.
Crazy wrestler,
He was
very
awesome.
extreme. But I got to say, back to Gateway Championship, I really enjoy the TV tapings I've seen of their show. They do it's just like it's timed, and it's in one little black box arena, and they just go the whole time, and the matches are wonderful. And I hope they still do that style of TV.
Without a doubt, the best promotion I ever worked for.
Oh,
and I've wrestled for almost every promotion in Chicago, a whole bunch of other promotions around the Midwest. Gateway Championship Wrestling is the best run promotion anywhere.
Okay, now who would we see? Do they bring in nationally known stars, or are they mostly
Jerry
stars
Lynn,
from out there? Oh,
Jerry Lynn.
Lynn.
Me and him had a couple swaps of the heavyweight title before, as the match has been here on the mat.
Right, that's right.
Dingo is another name. He'll be coming around here. Very good light heavyweight guy. Tough guy, toughest man you'll ever see.
Gateway, that's the company that Seidel, Delirious, and Mischief all
exactly,
came out of.
right.
Matt Seidel, slow it down for some fans.
Yes.
Matt Seidel.
Delirious,
the guy with the mask from IWA Mid-South. Yeah. Delirious Speaks. That guy's great.
That's where they all came out of.
And who else?
Mischief, the reigning NWA World's Women's Champion.
That green witch-looking goddess broad. I love her.
I bet you do.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
Also, you can catch Michael Strider. He's one of our guys, too. He's the NWA
Central States
champion right now, yes. He'll be at he's in the IWA, right? NWA Midwest.
NWA Midwest.
He'll be on those shows. He's a tough guy. Going back to Seidel and Delirious, Dingo helped train a lot of those guys, too. So just to give him a little bit of a push there, he is tough as nails. One of the toughest guys you ever meet.
Is there any way we can get more information on Gateway Championship?
GatewayWrestling.com, baby. You'll see this good-looking mug right on the front page, baby.
Yep.
GatewayWrestling.com.
And you're 3 of them.
Now, let's go back in time. And when did you actually start in business? I remember.
Oh, gee. Well, let's plug ourselves. Trevor's getting over. My first match was against this ugly SOB right here.
Oh, my goodness.
Trevor Blanchard, WWA. It was the World Wrestling Alliance. Mike Nomo, piece of shit. Sorry, he is. Greg, the Truth Vandelay is a great manager, started down there. He was just an awesome guy.
Hey, how about Magic Man Jack Sin?
Oh my God.
Does anybody know the Magic Man?
If you guys have not hung out with the Magic Man, you do not know how to party. That guy was insane.
Yeah, he is insane.
He was great.
He's a magician. He's a manager. He's been to Japan. Mick Foley stayed at his house. Him and Terry Funk are buddies. Magic Man Jack Sin, cool dude. And from what I understand, his real name is actually Michael Jackson. Jackson. Get it?
That guy is just off the hook, man. He's crazy.
Yeah, he is.
Crazy.
So he's still involved down there?
And he's not involved down there. Unfortunately, I haven't seen him in a while.
I met him at the Windy City Pro Wrestling 120-man Battle Royal. He was one of the guys that came down from out there in St. Louis.
He actually had a chance to go manage in Japan once. I forget what promotion.
Right.
And he ended up wrestling Beef Wellington one time.
Really?
If you guys don't know Beef Wellington, he was with the same crew as Benoit and all those guys that came out of Calgary. Just another tough guy. Thank you.
Just giving us directions.
Yeah, here we go. We've got the cancer benefit coming up. Cameron Cage, you're in this one, taking on Diego Corleone and Chandler McClure. We've seen Chandler on here a time or two. Diego Corleone, one of my favorite heels, or bad guys as we call them, in Chicago wrestling.
I call them mean men.
That's
Tough
it.
guys.
All of the above. And Cameron Cage, you was in there with both of them. I got to say, this one promises to be a really hot happening contest right here tonight.
It's a barn burner, baby. I think for such a crap. Hey, there's the best looking man in wrestling right now.
Wait a minute.
There he goes.
Your hair is like 3 shades lighter.
That's right. That's right, baby.
I like the rub. Where'd you get that thing at?
I was fancying after Trevor Blanchard, actually. I have 2 of them just like Trevor does.
I'm a road mark.
Except mine are better. I'm a little bit... I try to be separate myself from everybody.
Yeah. So that's the sleeveless robe.
That's right.
There
Yes, sleeveless robes.
No hood or hood?
No hood.
Who's the ref in this match?
I think some piece of crap. Yeah. Trevor Blanchard, baby.
Wait a minute! That's not Nicholas H. That's Trevor B.
That's not Trevor Blanchard. There's no fanny pack.
Trevor B is for the grade of wrestling that he referees at the B level.
Yes, B Team All-Star.
That's right. Trevor's on the B squad.
Trevor Blanchard, the voice of experience.
A lot of love here tonight. Yeah. I told you guys, wear your flak jackets. I'm shouting.
That's right. Now, let's talk about how bad this show was.
Oh, it gets worse as people come out of the curtain.
You can't do that.
Oh, you want to bet I can't?
Oh, my gosh.
This show was it wasn't even a show.
You're kidding me.
It was insane.
What happened?
Where do we start?
437 people booked on the show. I mean,
whoa! Yeah, how many matches is that going to win? You have to have a couple 6-mans to fill all that.
They had 3 dark matches for a non-televised match. I know they have a dark match on there.
How does a promotion that's not on TV have a dark match? That's often puzzled me.
They turn off all the lights.
Oh, that's what it is.
The whole show should have been a dark match.
Exactly.
Oh wait,
I mean, in all honesty,
we'll go back there.
Looking at the crowd, Richard T, okay? Look at this crowd, okay?
I see them.
There were more wrestlers booked on this show than people in that crowd. And that's not an exaggeration or anything else.
Not at all.
But the wrestlers aren't sitting in the crowd to fill things up.
No.
Thank you.
They should.
A couple of them actually were because they didn't know any better. They just sit out there and, right after they wrestle, they sit in the front row in their gear.
I hate when that happens.
Yeah. I mean,
very unprofessional.
Yeah.
I'm a guy who likes to do stuff the right way. I mean, that's just how I am. A lot of people say that I don't impress easy, which is I don't. I want stuff done the right way. It's just the way this show was run is a disgrace to wrestling.
Yeah.
And I will never work here ever again.
Wow.
I'm not even Chicago if I keep talking.
I'm not even going to say their name because I don't want to. I feel all the shame for them.
No, it's that Talon.
It was Talon. It was Dean Simon or whatever.
They're ready to say their name. You guys don't waste no time.
Just show off the match, dude. I'm right here with you, man.
I mean,
seriously,
we could just go on and on. All the
rules
were
such
they broke.
marks for booking all these boys and everything else. They could have cared They could have cared less about
2 shits about the wrestling business. Sorry.
Nick's there with the bleeper.
Get your bleeper out, buddy.
Out for you, Nick. I'll tell you that. You're going to have your work cut out for you.
Keep counting, buddy.
You wanted a live show. All right, here we go. Look at Cameron Cage in there with the fist, teaming up with Diego Corleone. I didn't know you two were so tight.
Actually, me and Diego had a match once with the Naturals. We almost beat him, but I think Diego should have carried more of his weight in this match. We could have beat the Naturals. IW Tag Team Champions of the Earth.
Diego Corleone letting that hair grow, looking like Mad Rasputin, the Mad Monk.
I do what I want when I want to.
Is that what he says?
Yeah.
Oh, here it is, man.
Oh! Light him up!
I can shoot because I can back it up in the ring, bitch.
Wow.
Don't bleep it. I told you, Nick. Don't leave the bleeper.
All right.
at Diego.
Wound right up on that one. Wait a minute, Chandler LaCour is cleaning house.
You want to hear a funny story about the Cancer Cup here? That's the show, the Cancer Cup, guys. The promoter comes up to me halfway through the show. He's like, "Hey, Joey, can I talk to you real quick?" So I'm like, "Yeah, sure. Let's go out there." He's like, "I don't have enough money to pay the boys. What do I do?" And I'm like,
Is that what he told you?
"Yeah, that's exactly what."
Because I had to go up to him and ask him for mine. I don't know if he thought Nick was paying me or whatever, but
Yeah, he's like,
I'm like, no, dude. I says that ended when you wanted me to ref.
Exactly. I'm like, hey, as long as I get paid, as long as, these... Well, actually, I did the show for free because it's a charity show. But I'm like, you promise these certain people money, you got to pay them. And he's like, I don't know what to do. And you got to promote better. That's the answer I gave him.
He went to the San...
You got to go to a cash station.
He went to San Diego School of Wrestling and learned how to screw the boys on pay.
Yeah, it doesn't happen.
Okay. And moving right along, Cameron Cage opened up a can of you-know-what San Diego taught him. There he goes. With them big fists, Cameron Cage.
I'll go toe-to-toe with Chase Richards any day of the week with those shots right there, buddy.
Look at that. Yeah, that was some serious punching there, Cameron. And wait a minute, though. Trevor Blanchard, referee in attendance, backing off Diego Corleone. Well, you're having your way over there with Chandler McClure.
That sounds dirty.
Well, Joey, I hate to say it, but your mind always goes there.
Yeah, it does. Kimberly Cash is sitting right there in those boots. I mean,
Thank you.
Man.
Cameron Cage in the corner got that knee solidly driven into the face of Chandler McClure. Fans at ringside digging it, taking
All
pictures.
three of them, yeah.
They were having a good time, it looks like.
There might have been 3 people there, but they hated my guts.
Hey,
And the promoter, and half the boys.
I liked you.
I didn't
Thank you.
I didn't mind it.
And Trevor's awesome. I love Trevor Blanchard, man.
Here's what it was, though, in the locker room. It was the trained people stayed on one side, and then the untrained people stayed on the other. Like, if you noticed, if you walked in the curtain, Trevor Blanchard, you were there. If you stayed pretty much to the left of the curtain, that means you had some experience in the business. Everybody else on the other side, it was... Except the twins. The twins, they got there late, though.
Well, so it goes, the wrestling school business around the country. Those kids got to get in there and learn how to work sometime, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
It's not even getting in there and learning how to work. It's take pride in what you do.
Have gear.
Exactly. Have gear. Here are 3 guys right here, all professional outfits, all professional boots. Cameron Cage is a damn good-looking motherfucker. What are you gonna say?
Wow. You just said fuck on national TV. All right, this show's going way down the
This
road.
show is officially rated
I'm
R.
telling you right now, knock it off.
Okay. Or else we're canceled.
Oh, did we just get canceled now?
We just got canceled.
All right, Cameron Cage in there. We're experiencing technical difficulties. Here he goes. Wait a minute.
That's the best thing that can happen to this match.
Diego Corleone, he's got a... Wait a minute. He's punching Cameron Cage. He's got you in the corner, Cameron. He's whipping you across. Uh-oh. And here he comes, clothesline in the corner by Diego, yeah. And look at Chandler McClure. He is spent. He's laying down. He can't even get back up.
Well, both Diego and Cameron were putting a beat down on
Oh,
him.
look at Diego. Having trouble getting up there.
Cameron whacks him to the back. Now he snatches him by the hair. Wait a minute. I think a rake to the eyes in there.
All the people dressed up like chairs in the crowd going crazy.
Right to the back.
Rake to the back.
Who's doing the announcing?
I'm saying somehow I'm hearing an echoplex here.
I have no idea. They were doing...
Oh, they did. Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah,
right. They
remember
did
that?
overhead play-by-play.
Yeah,
That's
which-
right. Yeah, which you shouldn't have in an indie wrestling show no matter what,
Right.
If people can't follow the action in the crowd, then I'm sorry, but market your product to maybe people who graduated junior high.
Big,
I don't know.
big clothesline by Chandler. 2 of them on Cameron.
Uh-oh. He's got him. Wait a minute. Oh, my goodness.
That didn't hurt
1,
that much.
2.
Hey, gets interrupted by your buddy Diego.
I would have kicked out. I saw Diego coming. Why waste the breath? I saw Diego coming.
Oh, smart wrestling there,
That's
Cameron.
right.
Oh, man, what an elbow by McClure. From behind, got to... Oh, man.
German.
Hits him hard. Goes in. I don't think you could get... Wait a minute, gets interrupted whether he was going to get him or not. Trevor Blanchard in there watching this action like a hawk. Referee in
This
attendance.
match is tearing down the studio here and on the mat, ladies and gentlemen. The place is falling apart.
Yes, it is. Nero fretted while Rome burned, and Trevor Blanchard's destroying the set right here before our very eyes.
Yep.
Uh-oh, Whip gets that boot in, takes Diego, up and over he goes, out to the floor. Wait a minute, he rolls him up. 1, 2, 3. Whoa!
Oh, wait, he got a handful of points right there.
Wait a minute, though, but he got it. He got the 1, 2, 3.
He got a handful of times on that.
He got the 1, 2, 3, Cameron Cage.
I-
Chandler